boy, the young fellas out there, they tried hard, but that red time just keeps killing you. I think they kicked 4 goals in the second quarter, 4 goals in the third quarter.
Yep.
In red time, it keeps killing you, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit of the, you see it, even today, you watch what happened to the Giants too. I think their whole scoreline was basically red time as well. So that does happen, and players get fatigued and tired. A big part was their stoppage and contested ball. That really stands out, and stands out most weeks, to be honest. So anything that results in a contest with lots of bodies, and the later it goes in quarters, so you combine those two things together, that's when younger teams tend to struggle. We can't stop the clock. I'd love to call a timeout. That'd be nice. Give us another 5 minutes break. But we just have to show a bit of leadership and get better and tough it out. Some of it will get better with age. Sometimes we'll get better just with better training.
Browning, what was the situation there? Thursday?
Yeah, it was just, we wanted to give him he didn't pull up that well from last week. We have to look after our 30-plussers as much as we look after our 18-year-olds. I mean, a few weeks ago we probably put him out when he shouldn't have, and it wasn't helpful for him or the team. So we just have to keep making the right calls on that. We don't know whether it was the right call or not, obviously, but long term, hopefully, it is.
So Rocky seemed to be physically ill a number of times out on the ground. What was causing that?
Yeah, he wasn't feeling crash hot.
The virus or something like that?
Yeah, he toughed it out though, which is great for Rocky. He ended up having a better second half than the first, so it just shows how much of a competitor he is.
That was a great example, great leadership from him as a vice-captain to show the young fellas like he's cruel and he's still kicking goals, getting 30 touches. It's a good example, isn't it?
It is, and one pleasing thing is our last quarter was a bit better. We didn't get blown out of the water. That could have been, like Port Adelaide, we let the game go and become a sort of 120 goal loss, but we didn't do that this week.
Have you got some younger players who are playing in some ways before they're ready?
Yes.
At the moment, Justin,
yeah.
Not a lot of choice really, so clubs play injury.
Yes, yes. I mean, I want Tom Cutler to play his 20 to 40 reserve games. I want Robbo to do it as well. I'd love Daisy to even have the odd stint in there if we can, just to get lots of ball in hand. But we can't. We can't do it, and that's just, when you've got sort of Stake and McGrath and Rich and Leuenberger and Hanley all sitting on the sidelines. What can you do? So it's a bit unfair on them a little bit, because you want them to build their careers as well.
You want to build that confidence too, I imagine. What do you say to them at the end of, not just tonight, but it's a pretty tough run for the club and a very tough initiation to them. How do you keep their spirits up?
Well, I think to be perfectly honest, they're not our worst players. I mean, you would have seen Marco Paparone was pretty good tonight. Nick Robertson always has a go. Tom Cutler provides good drive. So they're not our worst players. So, they've got some things within their game they've got to improve, but there's still plenty of other players that have been around 4 or 5 years out there today that sort of didn't perform at the level they should have.
Yeah, it's not really a question of best and worst though. It's more a question of just getting that confidence.
Oh yeah. I agree. Well, I'd love to do it. I'd love to build their careers and give them the best amount of confidence every week. And as I said, sometimes it's going back to the reserve, sometimes it's not. We just sort of a bit strapped for personnel.
Is it difficult, Leppa, you've got to play the long game with those blokes that it's going to be 2-3 seasons before they really truly hit their straps, but it's short-term pain for long-term game?
Well, I guess so. It's a patient job for an impatient man. But you can't get 100 games into players without playing 99. And to do that, you've got a couple of ways. You can recruit them in. You can recruit in your 100 games, or you can build them. There are a couple of options you got. As a footy club, we're going to build it. And we'll top up around the sides and get experience in along the journey, no doubt. But the core of your list has to come for guys that have been born out of 17, 18-year-olds that drive your club. All good. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Leppa.